Good morning. The other question I have from a listener is, I feel very insecure that I earn half of what my wife earns. We had an arranged marriage, but there was always a huge gap in our financial status. My wife always earned more and is from a well-to-do family, while I may be placed well professionally now, but we are very middle-class folks. Ever since our marriage, I have been feeling very insecure because it must be the first time a husband is earning half of what his wife earns in our family. I'm aware this is toxic, but I don't know how to deal with it. Is there a way? I think the answer to this very common issue that is happening over the last 2 decades, where women are quite financially stable or very financially stable, very secure in who they are, and are turning to wanting to be married or a spouse that may not be her equal and doesn't need to be her equal, because she's looking for much more of an emotional attachment than a financial attachment. And this is something that's very difficult for some men to understand, because they're still been brought up to think that they need to be the provider, when the world is really shifted and it's getting balanced to where it needs to be and should be, which is a woman can be the provider and the man can be the emotional love in her life, just as a woman is an emotional love in a man's life who's earning and the provider. So my answer to you as a man is, you need to understand that your wife decided to agree to marry you because she loved you for who you are, not because of what you bring to the table and financially. She's more interested in what you bring to the table emotionally, and the love and the security and the affection and the stability and the solidness that you bring to the table, which is what she craves, because she can bring in the money. She can bring in all the material wealth, and it doesn't mean that you're less of a man. In fact, you're more of a man, because you are able to give her something that most other men can't. So I think that, once you understand that your wife loves you because of your beautiful nature, and, whether you earn $1 or $10 doesn't really matter to her. And you need to not worry about what anybody else is thinking, because the world is shifting and the world is changing. You need to look at what is happening inside your home and love your wife for who she is and how she respects you. And that's all that matters. Everyone who has something to say about that is because they are insecure. They're insecure because you are a real man. You are a man who actually has affection and emotion, and you're able to love a woman fully. So that is worth millions and millions of dollars, because you cannot find that out there. If you want, you need to maybe, talk to a therapist to just get your self-confidence, because this is not about your wife. This is much more about you and how you feel others are seeing you. Whether you come from a middle-class family or whether she was well-to-do has really got nothing to do with it. You're making it about money. It is not about money. A relationship is about love. A relationship is about affection. If that is solid in your relationship, everything else is going to fall together. So don't ever make your relationship or your status about money, because where we come from or where we are born into isn't what really defines us. What defines us is who we are as people, and what we do to another person is what defines us. I hope that answers your question.